My parents were both in professions that were built on human connection and the delivery of service. My mom was a teacher, elementary or primary education, and my dad was a physical therapist. And I think they both had and have a great gift as it relates to helping people and their giving souls, as you will. And I've had that as an example kind of throughout my whole life. And so beyond that, and I would say actually probably really in tandem with it, it's really part of it is my faith. And at the core of my faith is service. The institution, if you will, it's primarily about service, along with, of course, respect and compassion and other things. And that's not unique, of course, to my faith. It cuts across nearly every, or I would say it does cut across every. And so I'd say service and kind of philanthropy together, but also separately, they underlie my thinking and my actions. And Medtronic, of course, yes, is a healthcare company, and it has human welfare at its core for sure. And that's compelling. It's familiar to me. As you mentioned, I've came from pharma, and obviously there's a connection there. But Medtronic has a very, very clear mission, and to alleviate pain, restore health, and extend life. And so much that it runs this little ticker on the company intranet site, which like has this counter of the millions of patients that are impacted every year. And the mission has this very direct and clear recognition as well about the personal worth of all employees and maintaining good citizenship. And so that's really deepened my connection to the company and the support, frankly, that I think has like gushed forth to me when I've had opportunities to improve myself or help others, change the process, do something that I think helps better the company and to impact the world outside the company. And that's been really, really valuable to me. Growth in areas where we can make really great contribution requires investment, and investment requires capital and cash flow. And so it's been helpful recently, actually. Executive leadership at the company has become even better at reinforcing that our actions and our decisions, yes, they must keep the central mission at the core, but that's not enough. We have to have the mindset of the mission and performance. And so that's been a really great and subtle shift that really supports the treasury function. And of course, what I do and the rest of my team is we intersect with the business, allowing us to kind of repeat that mantra and make the connection between how all individual decisions and how we position ourselves with customers and how we think about the risks that come along with serving patients and reaching patients in really challenging jurisdictions, how we do that balancing, how all those micro decisions, they either help or they can sometimes detract from ensuring we can really, fulfill this incredible mission. And so, as you said, that connection and that balance it's fundamental, but it does sometimes get lost when there's a dominant and kind of this very, very strong attachment to serving. We have to do both, like you said. And so trying to make that connection, it's probably, I'd say it's like the most important thing that Treasury does. And of course it cuts across all the lines of business within Treasury, whether it's in financing and liquidity across the globe and risk management protection, but then finding ways to recover value, right? Because it's not going to come back to you naturally. All of those spaces, there's a good backdrop there. We just have to lean into it, right? And find that connection, really try to make that clear for kind of each and every constituent that we interact with across the organization.